Hey guys, it's me Ryan here, and I don't know if you've been keeping up with the tech news recently, but Apple recently allowed emulators to come back to the App Store, and it's been pretty crazy. It's been pretty crazy the past few days just because of how much has come out about emulators. But what happened? Because it's been about a decade since they allowed emulators on the App Store, so let's talk about what happened first. So, in Europe, there's a law that was put into place called the DMA, the Digital Markets Act, and this had to be put into effect by all of, the platform holders, I think by March 7th of 2024. Apple announced on January 25th that they had to make some changes to the European Union version of the iPhone. So, they announced a few different things, but the main thing they had to announce was... And basically, sideloading just allows you to download an app from anywhere outside the App Store. That could be a third-party app store, that could be just a website, that could be anywhere that's not Apple's own app store. So they had to allow that. That was part of the law that they had to enforce. So because of all this new competition Apple could be facing in Europe, they decided to be competitive themselves and add back the ability to download emulators to the App Store. Emulators are typically some of the apps that are sideloaded the most on phones. So they were like, to keep the App Store competitive, let's go ahead and add these back. There have already been 3 emulators that have come out, and whenever one comes out that's like a woof, it's like a huge boom online about like, oh my gosh, a new emulator for the iPhone came out. And I think it's been very interesting to watch just from the sidelines, because I think it's cool to emulate stuff. Hey. I'm gonna watch my words very carefully here. It's definitely cool to see it on the iPhone and how it actually works. There have been 3 emulators that have come out so far, and one that's in beta testing that I want to show you guys because I think it's kind of cool. 2 of them are no longer available. One of them is really cool and still available, and then this one, like I said, is in beta testing still, so you can't really use it right now unless you get accepted into the beta, which I did. So just a week after the store policy changed, the first emulator came out, and it was called iGBA. This app allowed you to play Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games, but it was riddled with ads. Worse than the ads, this app was also a ripoff of another guy's app, so that meant it was a quick, cheap cash grab. To play devil's advocate though, this app does work. I got Tetris on here, and... You know, I'm glad it got taken down. So the second emulator to come out was an app called Bimmy. It came out for 99 cents and got taken down 3 hours later. The good news with Bimmy was that it was a legitimate app that was not a ripoff of someone else. The developer decided to take it down due to fears of what might happen because of the app. No one reached out to me pressuring me to remove it, he said, but I'd rather not have the risk. It's pretty unfortunate Bimmy got taken down because I actually thought it was a pretty good app. It had cool settings, had nice save states, had controller support, had all this interesting stuff you could do with it, but oh well, you know, it's gone now. So those are the 2 delisted apps. I would talk more about them, but to me I'm just kind of like, why? Because you can't get them anymore, so who am I going to recommend them to? Who's going to be like, oh, I'm going to get that one, and then, you know, you can. I think it's okay, and no offense to Bimmy, because I did like Bimmy, but I think it's okay those apps got taken down because of this next app I'm going to talk to you guys about. So the current app that's still available is called Delta, and this is a very, very neat app. So Delta allows you to play NES, SNES, N64, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and DS games, all in one app. And oh my gosh, there's cloud saves, there's controller support, there's save states, you can speed up the games, you can do just everything in Delta. It's fantastic. You wanna know the best part? Do ya? Okay, alright, I'll tell you. It's free, and there's no ads. The games simply run great, and because of all the built-in features that I mentioned earlier, it's just a great app. I love Delta so much. Unfortunately, there's one game I can't get to work. Alright. I'm gonna shoot the duck. But yeah, go give Delta a try. It is a really, really good app. It's really cool. And where do you get the games from? What was the question? So I have one more to show you. It's an app in beta testing, like I said, so I just want to show it to you, and it actually lets you emulate 3DS games. Guys, 3DS games on the iPhone? How cool is that? Let's check this bad boy out. So this app is called Folium. It's in test flight right now, but I think it's coming out soon. I'm not entirely sure, but it's really cool, and I mean the gameplay speaks for itself. There's a few issues with Mario 3D Land, but for the most part, like, this is running off of an iPhone. I just think that's so crazy. But yeah, the app is still in beta, so I'm not going to go hard on it at all, just because it's not even officially out yet. So when it comes out, it should be really, really cool. It's cool it even works right now. Yeah, very interesting times to be an iPhone user. But this is just the beginning. We've already had 4 come out, 1 in beta testing, but still. And I just think that's really cool. And they're more in development. Like, there's a guy online who posted he's going to have a GameCube and Wii emulator that's coming out, which is just so interesting to me that this is already happening so fast. And I can't wait to see it. That's all I have to say. I really can't wait to see what happens with all this stuff. Wrap it up. Alright guys, that's been it. It's been fun. I gotta get going. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Try out Delta. It's really, really cool. And yeah, bye.